today. So we're the BloomSnap team. We are focused on providing an easy and efficient way to order flowers online. We're partnered with local florists across the country, and we're capturing the core details to make ordering flowers to be done in a snap. So one of the core problems we're focusing on here is time. Everyone in this room can say they're busy or they know someone who's busy. And when you think about it, the way people order flowers online takes them through a long process of scrolling through galleries where they sort by event type, by flower type, by price range. Most people are not experts on flowers. They get confused by this. And the sites are trying to sell them on upgrades along the way, like add a teddy bear or chocolates, whatever it is. And then at the end, they get to the drop-off, which is they go to buy and they get hit with surprises, such as, oh, would you like to add a vase for $5 or $10 extra on top of the delivery and tax? So someone that went to buy this $29 bouquet, suddenly it can be over $60 by the time they check out. That's happening commonly, and people drop off. The cart drop-off rate on these flower sites is near 70%. So that's a lot of lost orders right there that's being done. And then also the florists can't always fulfill these orders. So a lot of them reject these orders. So people get the surprise of, hey, you picked out this nice bouquet, and then the next day find out, oh, a florist can't match that order, and they got to go back and start that process again. So through this, there's a lot to be gained, and also there's the surprises that people get, such as the flowers I ordered and picked out of this picture do not match what the person got. And through Facebook and Instagram, when people send out-of-state orders, a lot of times now they can see what the end result is on those flowers. They call back the flower shop, and it's not always the flower shop's fault. Most mom-and-pop shops across the country are smaller than this room, and their inventory is changing every day with fresh flowers that are in season that they can match to those bouquets, but they can't always match the hundreds and thousands of pictures that are posted online that are then directed to their business. So through this, there's problems that we're looking to solve.
Sorry. Come on up here now. You want to go check? Yep. So basically, we came up with, after talking with a lot of florists across the state and even across the country, we decided we came up with a better solution. Don't forget the camera. Behind you.
Used to set there.
We spent a lot of time looking for, we Google florist in Phoenix trying to figure out who that might be, and then from there we try to find out if they're actually a good florist, and then even from there we find out, do they do delivery? That's a lot of time you're spending trying to get those flowers. So we've taken that out of the equation by coming to BloomSnap. You don't have to waste time. You don't have to Google. You don't have to scroll through galleries trying to figure it out, and you can check out in less than 3 minutes. You have to click the mouse. And then there's no surprises, no hidden fees. We're transparent with our fees straight from the beginning. It's a big part of what we do. We want to make sure that you know right from the beginning what it is that you're spending, as well as we don't get rejected from those florists because we're approaching them with an open order. They don't have the lack of inventory that they're looking for. And finally, we get great results. It's a big part of what we do. Across the country, we have a lot of people getting great flowers because it's becoming an open order. That florist in that local Phoenix flower shop, they might have something that they've had spinning in the back of their mind of a bouquet that they want to put together, but because they're getting those template bouquets, they're not able to figure it out. So with this, we're able to give them that open order, let them use their creative, and let them use the inventory that they actually have in stock.
How are we able to get these flower orders out? Well, one of the key things, as Aaron mentioned, this began at a startup week in Ames, April of 2013. The idea had evolved and pivoted since then. However, through numerous meetings with florists, meeting with Hy-Vee, with Bosens, local florists that we were calling on, getting industry knowledge, we eventually developed a partnership. So by working with someone like Bosen, who's been in that flower shop has been there for over 90 years. They know this industry and how it's evolved along the way. And utilizing networks that are out there with FTD, Teleflora, and BloomNet, we're able to connect to over 25,000 local florists across the country. So from day one, we were able to go live in 50 states, and using that initial partner of florists who know the business, able to essentially pre-screen the florists in other cities. So if it's going to a city that we're not in, and they have Bob's Florist and Nick the Florist, and Bob's has a history of sending better quality flowers, we're going to go with Bob's. Not only that, its logistics is covered because these flower shops do their own deliveries and get it right to that person or business that's going to right away. So it covers that a lot. We did the Venture School program through JPEC just this last September, and part of that, the 100 discovery interviews, really hit on who are the core customers. And it breaks down to the younger male, aged 20 to 35, and kind of that busy mom or the working professional woman who's super busy but wants to do stuff that's fun and creative when sending flowers. And a lot of them are our core customers too. So we're really focusing on the marketing strategy, and hopefully there'll be some follow-up discussion on that as we start to dive into ideas. The market itself, you have almost $7 billion in flower orders going out there right now in the US every year. And roughly it's about a third of that, a little less, that's online orders. So why aren't more people buying online like they are in other industries? And a lot of it hits on those core problems, those galleries, that cart drop-off that we're focusing on. What we've done since launching in February is basically 1 out of every 3 of our orders right now are repeat customers. So we're getting this, building customer loyalty, keeping it easy for the customer, and they are coming back and responding to us on that. So the team itself, myself, sales, business development experience, Lindsay working with Hatchlings, a company that had over 6 million users worldwide, and also working on stuff. The Startup Iowa Conference, that was just a couple weeks ago that some of you came down to, all that.
Keep going, I got about a minute.
Yep.
Actually, we're done.
Yeah. So, and with that, I mean, we hit on the core things. Obviously, marketing strategy, stuff like that we're thinking, you know, we launched February 1st. Now, where do we go from here? We evolved the idea since Startup Weekend to put it on the market. Some customers in the room today, so thank you for those of you who are using it too. Working with Venture School, but really build it from here, and looking forward to your questions.